From the East Gymnasium on the campus of Fort Lee High School, it's time for Fort Lee Girls Volleyball as the Westwood Cardinals take on the Fort Lee Bridgemen. And a pleasant good morning, everybody. I'm John Perez. Fort Lee has been rolling as of late. The Bridgemen have won 4 straight matches, including a 2-set win over Cliffside Park yesterday afternoon on Senior Day. In fact, for Fort Lee, they haven't gone to a third set this year. They have a 6-1 record and will look to extend that winning streak to 5 with a win over Westwood today. However, Westwood standing in that way. The Cardinals have only played 3 matches so far this season, but they've won 2 out of their first 3 matches. The Cardinals shook off their season-opening loss to Riverdale by beating Mawa and Dumont. Dumont, of course, the only team that Fort Lee has lost to, and we've got a good one here today. It's the Fort and it's the Cardinals. Here at the Fort, it's the Cardinals and the Bridgemen, and it's all coming up right now. Let's get you the starting lineups going from left to right on your screen. It'll be Nicole Nucharwani as well as Casey Ryu. Ayla Kim, who's wearing number 18 today. Katie Murtaugh. Yishi Wang to round it out, along with Kylie Chan. Both teams sporting black today. Fort Lee on the left side of your screen, as it'll be Jocelyn Torrici, a senior, to start it off for the Cardinals. And underway we go, as Tortorici will serve it up. Fort Lee has won 3 out of the last 5 matches against Westwood, and it's spun up and knocked on over. Here come the Cardinals. The set from Tortorici over the shoulder, has to get over, and Rue gets it over. Kept straight up. That was Chan, and the first point on the board for the Bridgemen. So Fort Lee gets the point, and then Lily Schulman, celebrated senior night last night, will come in to serve it up. And into the net, we're tied at 1. Big North Division matchup, as Cassidy Orby will be set to serve it up. Speaking to Josie Emba before the game, saying you can't take Westwood lightly. A team that's got a lot of firepower, and it's going to be a big test for his Fort Lee team. Here's a set towards the middle, and a nice block in the middle by Haley Odell, the senior. Had 2 kills in the win over Mawa a few days ago. And the Cardinals are up 2-1. Spun over near side. This is Rue. And it's knocked in. 3-1 Cardinals early on. Orby, the junior, back to the line. Towards the middle, little touch. And Fort Lee gets the point. As Amy Diaz, another senior, comes in for Katie Murtaugh, the sophomore. And this will bring Casey Rio to the line. And a double touch for the Cardinals. That's Jocelyn Tortorici. And we're tied at 3. Rue, only a junior. Soft serve over the net. Southpaw swat from Datita. And the Cardinals back up 4-3. Haley Odell, the senior, back to the line, serves it up, and that'll go out. It hooked to the left. Got a little more ring finger and pinky on that serve than Odell wanted to. And Nucharwani with the serve. Tied up at 4, first set. And into the net, the Cardinals back up 5-4. Meg DeTitta to serve it up. Two-handed punch over the net. The swat, and that's high by Olivia Bereza. And keep an eye on number 11 for Westwood. That's Bereza, the senior, coming off a 10-kill, 8-dig performance in Westwood's win over Mahwah. Yishi Huang serves it up, all tied at 5. Little touch over the middle, and Fort Lee back on top. That was Amy Diaz with her 8th kill of the season. Huang, a 4-sport athlete, on top of volleyball, cross country, women's basketball, and once this season ends, we'll go right to softball. Oh, and throw in, she's got a 4.5 GPA as well. What can't she do? 2-point lead for the Bridgemen. Punched over, Bereza with the dig. And Bereza looking for the kill, and it's long. Anytime you know a serve is going up to Bereza, you have to hold your breath if you're the opposite team. And that's exactly what Ziemba did. Still early on. Huang to Bereza. Bereza will try and save it. That'll be out. And the Bridgemen up 4. But you could just see from the eye test the athleticism of Bereza. She covers a lot of ground. And an integral part to the success of this Cardinals team this season. Here's Bereza again, trying to go far side. And she gets the kill. And with that, Bereza will go to the line to serve it up. Punch towards the middle. Here comes Fort Lee. That's Diaz with the knockdown. 10-6 Bridgemen. And Katie Murtaugh, the sophomore, will come back to serve it up. Out of bounds, and a quick point for Fort Lee. And Westwood will call a timeout as the Bridgemen have taken 4 out of the last 5 points and lead at 11-6 in the first set. Fort Lee Athletics on YouTube. Katie Murtaugh will go back to the line with Fort Lee up 11-6 in the first set. It's been some rotational shifts too for Fort Lee. Biggest change being moving Huang over to hitter, and the setter would be Ayla Kim. And just keep an eye out on that for the rest of the match as the Cardinals get the side out. And Heidi Brockner, the senior, to serve it up. Huang was on the back pedal, and a miscommunication between Chan and Kim. And the Bridgeman will take a timeout to talk it over as Ziemba just want to emphasize a few points. Communication always being key, and we'll be back momentarily as Ziemba talks it over with his team. After the timeout, Cardinals back-to-back points. Close the gap to 3, but now make it 4 again as Brockner puts it in the net. And Ayla Kim with her 8 aces goes back to the line. Serves it up. And there's number 9. Just out of the reach of Gabby Ciancapori. And Fort Lee up 5. You can see the aggressive serve from Kim. Ball comes in fast from a dive, Murtaugh, but not able to keep it high enough. Good effort. Just came up short. Meg DeTita comes back in for Westwood. And Todorici to the line. Towards the middle, got to get over. And that's exactly what Chan does. Here come the Cardinals. The setup to Chan. It's down. Another kill for the senior Kylie Chan. Had 4 kills last night. It's her second of the first set. And the Bridgeman up 5. And now second opportunity at the line for Schulman. This has to get over the shoulder. Odell. And Kim just couldn't get it over the net that time. Been a game of runs early on. We haven't seen one team exactly take control yet. Like we know that they can. Bereza over the shoulder. Just gets over the net. And Fort Lee returns the favor. Here's the setup to Bereza. And that's down. Olivia Bereza. And back to the line goes Orby. This is her second trip to the service line. Punched over the net. And Kim just couldn't get there. That's one of those in-betweeners where it looks like it could possibly go over the net, maybe not. And Kim was just caught in between. But watch out, here come the Cardinals, and then they put it in the net. Cassidy Orby with the side out. And Casey Rue serves it up. Bereza, that's long. The largest lead for Fort Lee was 5. They could do that here with a point. Kim knocked over Huang. Bereza punched, and that's going to go out. Ball knocked towards Rue as Gina Giradella comes in. Over for Westwood. And that's going to go out. Casey Rue towing the line. And then she realized she was on the line, watched the ball go out. And the Bridgman will take the point and then give it right back as Nicole Nucharwani puts it in the net. Meg DeTita. And the lefty hits it too hard. So both teams with back-to-back service errors. And Huang gets it over. Bereza knocked down. Well, Bereza saw the opening on the near side of the court. Pounded down the point, and she'll go to the line to serve. This has to get over, and that's what Huang does. Here's the setup, and then buried into the net, Giradella. And Fort Lee can get into the 20s with this point as Katie Murtaugh returns to the match. Few aggressive dribbles from Murtaugh, and then sends a sizzling serve over to the other side. Brockner clears everybody out, and Westwood gets it over. Chan. Tortorici with the deke. This one just mustered over. Here come the Cardinals from a knee. This one's close. Whistle, point, Cardinals. Well, a good rally between both teams as Heidi Brockner try and cut into this deficit. Punched over from a knee was Huang. Set up to Chan, into the net. Back-to-back points for the Cardinals, and it's 19-17. And Fort Lee will call a timeout to talk it over. But just when it looks like Fort Lee has a chance to extend their lead to 6 or 7 points, that's how good Westwood is. They can turn it on a dime. You can't count them out. Joe Ziemba calming his team down as the Bridgmen lead at 19-17. Heidi Brockner with the serve. And it'll be Rio. Rio again, tipped and down. And the Bridgmen cracked the 20 mark. So John Ziemba, calls the timeout. And his team gets a point. These are now 5 points away from taking the first set. And that's down just inside the line. And Jocelyn Tortorici now. Senior, 15 assists. Throwing the 5 digs as well against Mawa. Chan into the campfire. Bridgman back up 3. Third time at the line for Schulman. And Huang not able to corral it or set up a better pass. And Westwood within 2. (22-22). Orby to Nuchirwani. That goes out. And the Cardinals with a chance to tie. Punched over. Bereza. It's down. We're tied. Olivia Bereza with the kill. And Nicole Coelho will come in for Fort Lee to spell Murtaugh. And Orby again. Knocked over by Rue. With 2 hands and knocked down. And the Cardinals have their first lead since the early moments of the first set, courtesy of Meg DeTita. Cassidy Orby's been efficient at the line. Here's Fort Lee. And punched over. Good volley by Westwood. Ryu towards the middle. Bereza. Touched by Coelho. And the Cardinals within 2. As Murtaugh comes in. Punched over and up. And that'll go out. And finally the Bridgemen get the stop that they need. Well, if they could get 3 uncontested points, they'll take the first set. Remember, win by 2. And Casey Rue to serve. Bereza, a little touch. Kim forces it over. Bereza, take 2. Off the net and down. Set point Cardinals. As Jackie Rosta will come in. Serve it up for the Cardinals. How about this? Coming off cold off the bench for the biggest point of the set. Serves it over. Rosta with the dig. Bereza looking to close it out. Not that time. Towards the middle, a little touch. Swatted over and down, and Fort Lee gets the point. Much needed point for Fort Lee. And they'll have a chance to tie it up. Here's Nutriwani. Spinning serve. Bereza towards the net and down, and the Cardinals take the first set. 25-23. Behind a 7-0 run in the middle portion of the first set. So Westwood taking the first one over Fort Lee. We'll step aside when we come back. Set number 2 coming up. Fort Lee looking to tie it, and Westwood looking to pick up their 3rd win of the year. You're watching Fort Lee Athletics on YouTube. Back here for the start of the second set. Westwood taking the first set 25-23 over Fort Lee. And on the floor for the Bridgemen, Lily Schumann, Ayla Ryu, Nicole Nutriwani, Katie Murtaugh, Casey Rue, and Yishi Huang. We get to the Cardinals on the other side. Olivia Bereza punches it over. Bereza with the dig. And then knocked over by Cassidy Orby, who was one of the more consistent and efficient players in the first set for Westwood, getting it done at the service line and keeping volleys alive. That ball tipped, and the first point will go to the Bridgemen. For Westwood, it's Bereza Brockner. Oh, excuse me, they'll give that point to the Cardinals. Anyway, Tortorici as well. Cassidy Orby, Haley Odell. And Meg DeTita. Ball goes long. And we're tied at 1. Bereza's there. That ball came sizzling over the net. With the left-handed touch, that's in. And knocked down. Cassidy Orby, another point. Towards the middle, Huang. Brockner with a dive. Bereza knuckles it over. 2-1 Cardinals early on. Tatita. This has to get over. For the Cardinals, it does, thanks to Todorici. And that's swatted down with authority. Haley Odell, the senior, gives the Cardinals a 3-1 lead, and Fort Lee is going to call a timeout. Ziemba trying to calm his team down, asking his captain, Huang, to come over and talk to the official about whether it went out or not, and that's what they'll discuss here. Anyway, timeout, Fort Lee. (3-1) Cardinals lead as they're up a set to none. As Cassidy Orby gets it over the net. And they'll give the point to the Cardinals as they extend their lead 3-1. And Orby again. Uchirwani took that off the shoulder. And the Cardinals are thriving. Uchirwani. Huang towards the middle. That's out. 6-1 Westwood. Well, that was the change today. Huang is used to being the setter. Today she moves over to middle hitter. And we're seeing a little growing pains from Huang, even though she could do it all on the court. Bereza, that's out. Bereza hooked it, and the Bridgemen finally get the side out. As they'll try and knock down this 4-point lead for the Cardinals. Punched over, Nucciarwani. And Tortorucci couldn't track it down. She had a long way to go. And she tried to set up Bereza. 6-3 Cardinals. Nucciarwani, that's out. Hooked out. Haley Odell, the server that time. So it's Huang into the net. So back-to-back errors. And Tatita back to the line. Knuckling serve on a dive was Huang. Good effort, but unfortunately went right into the net. Brought it up high and out. Here is Katie Murtaugh. And not that time, as Chan tried to punch it towards Huang. But 9-5 Cardinals. Cardinals started this set off on a 6-1 run. And here is Bereza. Rue to Bereza. And Chan couldn't get enough on it. And 10-5 Cardinals. Bereza. Uchirwani with the dig. Here's the setup to Rue. Couldn't get any momentum going forward. Either way, it gets over. Bereza right to Murtaugh. And here's Chan right down Broadway. Brockner keeps it alive. Giradella. Again, that's out. Gina Giradella. Too much on that swat. Kim called everyone off. Chan. Orby, nice dive by Kim. Good rally by both sides. Bereza down the middle. Uchirani was there. Chan again. Kept up by Brockner. A little touch over, Orby. Shanklapuri. From a dive was Murtaugh. And it couldn't be run down by Rue. And the Cardinals get the point. Good rally on both sides. And you could just see the persistence for both of these teams. This one has to get over. Kim does so. Bereza. And that's out. Lily Shulman. First opportunity to serve in the second set. Shulman was waiting on it. Ishii Huang gets it over. Orby. Up high. Off the ceiling and down. Well, it hit the vent right above. And unfortunately, there's nothing you could do about it. Lead back to 5, though, for the Cardinals. That's been their largest lead of the match. Todorichi. Over the shoulder. Brockner. Here's Kim. Bereza. That sends Fort Lee scrambling. Has to get over. Punched up. Another good rally. That one goes off the ceiling. Orby, and it's out. So 4-point edge for the Cardinals. Amy Diaz on a dive, and the point for Fort Lee. And there was contact in the net. Good opportunity for the Bridgmen to knock down this lead, and it goes into the net. Casey Rue, the server that time. Orby, short. So there's a correction at the table. So the score is 13-10 Cardinals. With the left hand, Bereza. And the infraction on Bereza makes it a 2-point edge. Nucharwani. Hard serve. Orby to Bereza, and it's a 1-point game. Nucharwani with the serve. Bridgman can tie it. Orby serves it over. And it's tied. 13 apiece. Fort Lee has erased the 5-point deficit, and now they can take the lead. On a dive. Towards the middle, and that's out. Yishi Huang. Too long on the swat. Jackie Rasta comes in. Back to serve. Rasta came on late in the first set. Got the needed points to put Westwood over. And she gives her team a 2-point edge now. And a timeout taken by Fort Lee as John Ziemba will look to calm his team down. We'll step aside as well. So after the timeout, Cardinals up by 2. And Jackie Rasta to the line to serve. Floated over. Here's the setup. Punched over by Diaz. The return for Westwood. Diaz to Todorici. Bereza. On the back pedal was Diaz. And it's knocked down and in. And the Bridgmen can once again tie this match up at 15 apiece. Yishi Huang. Bereza with the dig. Here's Bereza again. Another kill for the senior, Olivia Bereza. Meg DeTita at the line. And DeTita was never comfortable with that ball coming in. Couldn't get a better pass and side out. Katie Murtaugh serves it over. Bereza. Blocked, point. For the Cardinals. Saying the net was touched. Far side official is on it. And here's Bereza. With the left hand, Todorici. Off the antenna. On the swap by Rue. And the Cardinals up 3. Perez has been the best offensive threat for Westwood. And she'll have a chance to put her team in the 20s. As Westwood is looking for their 3rd win of the year. Bereza again. Murtaugh takes it towards the middle. It's Chan. Bereza is there once again. Swatted over. Chan. On a dive was Brockner. Punched over. And down. Cassidy Orby. Orby was big in the first set, coming up big late in the second set. And here's Bereza. Kept over by Kim. Bereza, the pass, and the return is out. Well, the Bridgmen are going to have to keep. This is their opportunity to keep pace. Brought up. And out. Too strong out of Orby. And just like that, it's a 3-point game. Orby and Brockner converge, and then they get the ball over the net. Orby with the punch over. The setup buried in the net by Giardella. A little touch. Orby going soft that time. And then Brockner with the error. And the Bridgman can tie it. And Westwood will call a timeout as they've seen their lead squander from 5-1. We'll be back for the conclusion of the second set. Getting pretty tight in the second set with Westwood taking the first set. Fort Lee has tied it. Off the ace, and Fort Lee with a chance to go in front. The largest lead for Westwood was 5. Fort Lee looking to capitalize. Orby, over and down. Cassidy Orby, the junior, standing tall this morning. Heidi Brockner. Rue. Kept up. Rue calls everyone off. Here come the Cardinals, Orby. Murtaugh, that'll go out. Cardinals up 2. And Brockner once again to the line. Sailing out. Too much mustard on that serve. And Fort Lee once again with a chance to tie. Brockner with the dig to set up. Orby towards the Fort Lee sideline. This has to get over. It does. Good job out of Lily Schulman. Kept up, and then it gets over. Good job out of Nicole Nutriwani. Knocked down, and finally the Cardinals prevail. But a great effort out of Fort Lee. And the Cardinals 2 points away from taking the set and winning the match. Jocelyn Todorici. Serving it up. And that'll sail out. Ishi Huang. Too long. Match point Cardinals. And Jocelyn Todorici again. Todorici to serve. Into the net and down, and Westwood takes it. They sweep the match against Fort Lee, 25-23 in the first set and 25-21 in the second set. As Westwood now improves to 3-1 on the season, they'll take on Dwight Murrow on Monday afternoon. Meanwhile, Fort Lee, their second loss of the year, they're 6-2, as they will next take on Bergen Tech Monday afternoon on the road. So for everybody here and our entire crew on Fort Lee Athletics on YouTube, this is John Perez saying so long, and thank you for joining us on your Saturday afternoon. Everyone, thank you once again. This has been a presentation of Fort Lee Girls Volleyball on Fort Lee Athletics on YouTube.